Welcome to episode 213 of the MailleWerX Chainmail Livestream. My name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com, where you can find all the chainmail themed apparel and accessories that your heart desires. How is everyone doing tonight? What's going on? Today, I have... How long was this? This is a strand of... Let me show you what I'm working with here. This is a strand of JPL that I have had laying around for forever. And I am repurposing it because I have no use for this long of a strand of JPL, and repurposing it into something else with this ring size. I don't know what I would do that, and at this point these rings are pretty tore up. I remembered to turn on my words tonight. Yes, thank you. I'm glad you noticed. I did turn on my words. I'll learn. I'll get there. Right. So anyway, I'm just tearing this strand of JPL apart and putting it into this. I had started this cube a while ago, and it's been sitting on my where I keep all my stuff. I've got a ledge over here next to the windows running along my basement wall over here, and so I'd already started it and I was just adding to it today. So I'm going to finish this row before moving on to something else. These are 16 gauge 3/16 rings, a mixture of hand cut and saw cut, and I had just made them into this strand of JPL to use them up, and then I was gonna make them into something else, and I remembered what Cinnabar had told me about this jelly cube, and how if I added to it, it would become more cube-like with this ring size as time goes on. And he was 100% correct, right? That is very cube-like. This, however, I think I only had like 3 rows across. So adding to it has not really increased its cubiness. These rings are not the right size, but it's a good place to put all these rings because I don't want to throw them away necessarily. So I did some of that today. How are you guys? What's going on? What are you up to? I did not get a letter from LegalZoom. That would have been nice. Hopefully that will come tomorrow. And really, they have until all the way through like next week, but I'm hoping they expedite it and get it out quick. That would be really nice of them. Because once I have the letter, I can get the iOS or the app for the Apple systems up, and it'll be good to go. Hey Barb, how you doing? So, and then I can move forward onto other parts of that project. Right. Anyway. And then I was thinking about things the way I think about things sometimes. And remember how I said that the lawyer I'd contacted did not recommend you're hunkering down with a storm coming. Oh, be safe. Yeah, come here. The lawyer I contacted said that he didn't think that I had a case moving forward to sue my previous employer. And then I got to thinking about things. You giving your finger some air finally feels weird. There's a dead spot at the fingertip right now. Still have some healing to do. Aw. Ah. Anyway. So, my lawyers, the lawyer that I contacted said there was no precedent for me to move forward that they could operate off of that would give me a legal recourse, right? And then I realized that I did not ask him about the fact that, here we go. Excuse me. Turn on the camera and I start sneezing. Hey, Alex. And I'm mighty cheesed off with FedEx. They put it on the truck every morning and somehow failed to deliver. Oh no. But I neglected to ask the lawyer about the fact that other companies who do the same thing that my company does, or the company that I previously worked for, right? They accepted medical exemptions, right? So why is it that the company I work for can get away with not accepting them? Okay. And other people will accept them. Like, why does my company get away with not accepting them? I guess is my question that I need to ask a lawyer. So I'm going to give them a call back. Hey, Rick, how you doing? So FedEx still hasn't delivered, huh? That sucks. I have a problem with this. Am I done with this side? I am. I'm going to work on this later. So I've got to figure out. One of the sides is not matching up, and I don't know why. I think it started out that way, and then it just never fixed it. But it, it's just it's a sloppy little cube. And I'm just going to use up all the rest of these rings on it over the next, I don't know, this might take me another day or so. And then whatever I have left over is just going to get tossed because I have no use for this ring size. These rings are all chewed up from a couple of different projects I've used them on. So, hey Alex, would like to apologize to anyone who a message from you Sunday. You were hacked, but you have a new Facebook account, so you have... Oh, okay. If you're real, say spaghetti. Let me throw this out of the way. Alright, what do we want to work on? What is this? Spaghetti. Okay, cool. Because I had received some messages from you that were disconcerting, to say the least. And then the other account popped up, and I thought, oh no, no. And I will rectify that. So, aside from getting hacked the other day, how are you? Not that I want. Do I have any made up in here? No. I think this is the size actually that I want to work with. Alright, this is like sleepy time music. What is going on? Who's directing this show? Who's responsible for the soundtrack? Alright, excuse me. That would be me. Okay, well, if I'm in charge. Moi? The guy in front of the camera is in charge. Alright. I want to try and get this. There should be enough room in there to get that going. I really like this center bead. Let's get a close-up of that. Oh. Let's see here. Got someone over on Twitch. Do I want to feel more popular? Get 10,000 free viewers. Get out of here. I mean, it's nice to get comments on Twitch. I don't get too many people over there, but oh, come on, camera, don't do this crap. I have very few complaints about this camera, but sometimes it does this like really wonky crap. The clock continues tonight. Run out of large rings. Go back to your own projects till supplies arrive. On that dragon scale cloak. Dude, that's nut. See, like that. I need to pull out the manual and figure out how to freaking preset this position so that when this happens, I did have it at one time. I have not learned the saved positions yet because when I looked at the manual before, I had it and then I promptly screwed it up. Let's try that again. Alright. Just got this nice, like, texture to it. Kind of like a, not a cobblestone pathway because those are like tighter fitting, but like river rock kind of look to it. I do like that one. Alright. Where are my hands? So I will get it figured out. While I am waiting on LegalZoom paperwork, I have my list of stuff that I want to add to the stream for everyone's enjoyment, and that should be one of the things I focus on. Get it all taken care of now, because I want to be able to come down here, work on designs, work on proposals. You like that bead? I like it too. And run my store. You know, like that's what I want to do. Oh, I did not close enough rings. And I want everything set up and ready to go. Of course, that, you know, things change, but I can get a jump on 90% of it right now. I did talk to the designer for the store. It is almost finished. We are working on some images. Hey James, how you doing? To finish off the store, and then I think that everything will be up to date, and which is very exciting, right? And then I have 2 more steps really until it's done, but I can start working the point at which I am comfortable working on designs and adding products and stuff, right, will be once the new store is up. The other 2 things I'm not concerned about. That reminds me, you need to order those beads in class for me this week. Okay. Let me straighten out, because I think that I blocked. Well, you wouldn't be here if I blocked you. So I didn't block you. I may have deleted the message thread, Alex. Because I got a message that asked me for my number to order something. And I was like, wait. That sounds like something I shouldn't do. And I replied back and they didn't respond, so. But I'm glad you're a real, you know, like, I'm glad you're back. You got your account sorted, kind of. All right, so I am looking for a stainless steel bracelet clasp. like in the capacity where a stainless steel lobster clasp would work just fine. It would be just fine, right? So I went looking around. All good. Can I just go to your website and order? Yeah, you can. You can go right now. The website is still on the old theme. It hasn't been updated yet. So if things seem disorganized, that's why. What was I saying? Oh, so I'm in the market for some bracelet clasp where a single lobster clasp would work, right? And I went looking, and I checked everywhere. You know, I didn't check Etsy. Etsy may have something. And I found Josh's earth magnet clasps, which are really cool and would integrate really well into the bracelet. Or the bracelets I plan on making. But I don't know. I need to talk to him. Because, or just buy one and test it out myself, right? Because I don't trust magnet clasps. Not really. Not without some kind of latch. Some kind of catch. Something to lock it into place. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Right? So I'm curious if they'll work, and if they will, I'll throw one into the cart next time I'm on his website. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on them as my chosen clasp for a few bracelets I want to make. Etsy may be quiet right now. The strike is on until the 18th. Yeah. Kevin, doing well. Those neodymium magnets will shatter when snapped together often. Yeah, there's a strike at Etsy, right? Etsy raised their fee from 5% to, it's a transaction fee, from 5% to 6.5%. And sellers are upset that they are not getting enough. Like, there's nothing to rationalize what Etsy offers, you know, for the price increase. Like, they're not getting anything in exchange. They're just getting a price increase, right? So they have to compensate for the price increase in their prices, or just take the 1.5% loss, right? And Etsy was saying it's for website development and hiring more staff and providing better advertising or something. But they also just reported like record profits last quarter. And so I think that's really is what upsetting people, because it just sounds like they're getting taken advantage of. And like I said, it's a processing fee. Okay, so when you use their payment processor, I guess it's 6.5%. NdFeB magnets are brittle and difficult to machine. They also corrode easily. Simcoe magnets are slightly less brittle, also difficult to machine, but have high resistance to corrosion. Simcoe magnets are also the most expensive type of magnet, so they probably work pretty well as a clasp. But if they shatter, I definitely don't want that. So something more along the lines of a stainless, a good-looking stainless lobster clasp. Wow, getting greedy? Yeah, that's the question, right? Sellers are also upset with the on-site ads and with proliferation of mass-produced good sellers. Yeah. When Etsy was a place for handmade crafters, right? Like what I do here. it was an evolution from eBay. I think there was something in between eBay and Etsy. I don't remember. But everybody sold on eBay. Along comes Etsy. Etsy corners the market on handmade goods. They get to... they go public. And so now they are... They have to do what their investors want, right? So everybody who owns stock in Etsy, they are they're the ones who are in charge. Okay, I don't know who made the decision, whether it was the stockholders or the board and CEO. But Etsy's subject to the whim of stockholders, not just the people that run the company. And so now everyone that was on eBay that was selling mass-produced stuff, after they became a public company, moved to after Etsy became a public company, everyone who was selling mass-produced stuff on eBay just added all their stuff to Etsy, and now they're selling on 2 platforms. They're losing new folks left and right due to the promotion change, and page promotes. Scammers are getting more public than real folks on Etsy, and they have killed their model allowing such. Yeah. Everybody you've ever spoken to who sells on Etsy has always said it's been a bad experience. I've never had a good experience there, trying to sell on there, but I also am not real familiar with their platform, so. Now they're part of the corporate elite and the money's slowly getting sucked out of the sellers. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Like I was talking a couple months ago, I'm sure some of you remember, about opening up an Etsy competition site, right? Like just taking everything I had and throwing it to development of Etsy, right? Now, there is an Etsy competitor out there. I think it's called Go Imagine. I have no idea if they're any good. I haven't been to that website yet, but I do see advertisements for it. And I'm not 100% sure that that's even what it's called. Because of what, Etsy was doing. I knew that someone was going to come up. And eventually that company will... piss off its users and someone else will come up, right? So, and Etsy's fees are ridiculous, right? A 5%, I think it's a processing fee, don't quote me on that. The standard processing fee across, everywhere and everything is like 2.3% to 3.2%. Okay, 5% is ridiculous. 6.5% is insane for processing. All right, having booths and selling word of mouth has never done you wrong. Yeah. Top 9 Etsy alternatives: Shopify, Big Cultera, Squarespace, Wix, Hexwood, Indie Made, Bonanza, and Amazon Handmade. Amazon Handmade might be an alternative. I don't know anything about Indie Made or Bonanza, but Shopify, Squarespace, I don't think most of those have a marketplace, right? Like that's the thing that differentiates having your own website versus selling on Etsy. And most people have both, right? But Etsy's a marketplace. People come there to shop. People are there to spend money. No to Amazon Handmade. It makes Etsy look good. I believe it. After what Amazon has done to 2 book series, let me put it this way, right? Amazon was gifted 2 brilliant book series, right? And Amazon is a major company, and they can spend the money to make something look good, right? And they just chose not to, right? What's the saying? I want to say that the saying is, you know, Amazon could fuck up a paper bag, but that's not the saying, right? The phrase I'm thinking of is something along the lines of, someone could do something so stupid like breathing, you know, like they could fuck up breathing, okay? So if Amazon handmade is awful, I 100% believe it, because Amazon could fuck up breathing, right? Now, not all of Amazon is bad. You've never done well with a booth unless you were selling sharp and pointy things. Most times you don't take things home. Your mail seems to be cursed to stay with me. So now you're content to hoard it. Might not be the phrase, but very accurate. Yeah. Yeah, it's it's on the tip of my tongue, and once the stream is done, I'll think of it, right? I can never think of stuff when I need it. Anyway, I 100% believe that Amazon would screw that up. I have no doubt in my mind, right? John, your inner dragon is showing. Oh my god. I have these awesome eyelashes that I was born with, and they like to fall into my eye. Yeah, so I'm not Etsy's biggest fan. I don't have any issues selling on there or not. Right? Not at 6.5%. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope the strike is, I don't know. What's the word? Successful. That's the word. I really do. And I hope Etsy improves. I hope Etsy takes what they have and improves their marketplace with what they have, right? Instead of trying to extract resources out of their customers. Yeah, that's the right ring size. All the three to four of the ring sizes that go into this bracelet are all just real close to each other. And it can get quite hectic figuring out what's what. All right, Barb, have a good night. The strike won't be successful. It'll be ignored. I mean, that's my assumption too. And everybody's just going to have to learn to live with it or migrate to another platform. And I think another platform will arise and Etsy will lose out. And they'll go, why is everyone leaving? We don't understand. So, but we'll see. I saw a thread today where that question was asked, and a lot of people were not participating in the strike. They just said they were going to raise their prices or eat the cost. Just ordered 100 new man-made corundum 10mm ravioli gems. Blue, green, violet, purple, orange, yellow, and reds. Nice. My inner dragon will hopefully appreciate the added addition. You reminder of the Don Henley song Dirty Laundry? Dirty little fingers in everybody's pie? Yeah. Yep. I mean, Etsy provides a marketplace for people to go and sell their stuff, right? All right, is this what we had trouble with last time? We got it to work, didn't we? This is my smallest ring size for this. I'd swear that we were successful in getting this in there. Maybe I'm completely off base. Oh, there we go. Come on. You know you want to. Your fingers are insanely clean right now. I'll bet. Yeah. Glad to see you keep that cut clean and come on. You know, go in your home. Okay, now that's need leverage. Like just getting past certain points. Unless, how did I do it last time? Did I do it this way? Talk nice to it. Of course, now it's stuck. Oh no, I couldn't do it that way. Never mind. Derp. Third. Oh, thank you for the follow, Alex. I do appreciate it. Where is my... I need... This shouldn't be this difficult. It really should not. Right? Of course that doesn't fit. Throw a little heat on it. Yeah, change things out. You try sweet talk and reluctant rings first, then switch to threats and outright force. Keep the rings off balance so they don't gang up on you. Actually, throwing the rings in the freezer for a little bit is tempting, right? Like it doesn't need to be. I just need like another millimeter of space here. Like all that has room to go in. I feel like I've done this before where I streamed me working on this and got nowhere. Jeez Louise. What's the next? Alright. Well. Dynamite. Huh. That's unfortunate. I need my rings back, please. What I'm gonna have to do is 2, 3. I think I did this before, right? And I don't remember. I don't remember the stream. I'm sure I've done this before, right? And I said to myself then that I was going to do a 3 and 3 chain to get through this. And I just forgot. Well, I guess we can always do that now. And we'll use these on something else. And not these ones. Your most determined ring placement session was when you got a small round file and took off just a tiny sliver of metal off the inside of a ring to get it to weave in. Right. Nice. Those final ring placements require thinking outside the box. That's awesome. Or do I want this size? I can use this size. Oh, my leg is numb. Alright. That's what I get for not writing down what I need to do every time. But we have some, what do you call them? Some Byzantine strands for another pendant, so this will be fine. The problem with, well, here's what I don't want to do. Going down one more ring size only goes to a Byzantine that you can do 2 ring connectors, not 3. So I think just a 3 and 3 chain, or 2 3 and 3 chains, would make more, would be more aesthetically pleasing. No, what am I doing? Alright, so excuse me. I'm not gonna lie. I am getting concerned. I spent the day filling out unemployment paperwork nonsense, right? And it's literally just going through the motions of getting a job. Okay. Like, I've never been on unemployment before. And as of right now, I haven't been paid any unemployment, which is what's causing my anxiety, or for me to get a little bit anxious about it. Like, I have been ruled to be paid unemployment by my previous company, and so I'm like, I can't figure out why I'm not collecting unemployment checks right now, right? So I was going through all of that, and I was looking at some of the jobs, and some of these nursing jobs are like, it's very clear that the cost of paying nurses, retaining nurses, has gone up. I see rates that are, you know, double and triple what I was making in February. So that's definitely an interesting thing to see. But as of right now, I am good until the middle of May, and then I have to either have figured out, you know, how to work from home, or how to go and find another job, right? We've got until then. So what, 5 weeks away? Then I saw the inflation rate that came out today. Did y'all hear that the man that rode the Hokey Pokey passed away suddenly? No, I did not hear that. Unemployment in the state is a series of hoops to jump through. All the hoops are on fire and moving in a complex pattern based on a dog chasing a pack of squirrels in the mud. Yeah, that's... I mean, it wasn't hard to get enrolled. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that hasn't kicked in, and my VA stuff hasn't kicked in. And so that makes me anxious. It does. You're sure the hokey pokey guy will turn himself around? Is that the joke? Because I just assumed that the guy that came up with the hokey pokey was... The most traumatic part for his family was getting him into the coffin. They put his left leg in, and then the trouble began. You guys are characters. It's like all I can come up with is, oh, I thought he was already dead. Like, I don't want to joke about, you know, people that died. Unless I didn't like them. Alright. But yeah, saw the inflation numbers came out today. And yeah, I'm, you know, getting concerned about these next couple months, right? Because it'd be great if, you know, I can continue to do this from home. That smile after my comment was priceless. What is that? Is that a joke? I mean, like I said, I assumed that the hokey pokey guy died a long time ago, but did John and Peg steal your thunder? What is going on here? You're still mourning for the loss of Alan Rickman? We are all forever mourning for the loss of Alan Rickman. There's a few roles that he was just so good in. Yes, they stole your thunder? Okay. That will happen. Yeah, no, but there are certain people who I will celebrate when they're dead. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm a shallow, petty person deep down on the inside. It was going to be redundant, yeah. No, I get it. I wanted to make sure that either we had gotten the punchline or that the hokey pokey guy was safe. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. So one of the things that I'm waiting on is for, yeah, Gilbert Gottfried died today, I guess. I didn't see anything about that, and then Renee told me. The voice of Iago. Not my particular cup of tea, but he fell? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the only thing I've ever seen him in was Aladdin, where he did the voice of Iago. Other than that, I don't really have any connection with him. I couldn't get over the way he talked. It was good for Iago and, I don't know, maybe a bunch of other stuff that I never saw, so. I have a sliver in my finger, and I keep hitting it. Huh. Weird. Yeah, and he's older. Does anybody know how old he is? So I tell you, that's nobody talks about this really, right? you always get, you know, oh, take your blood pressure medication so you don't have a stroke, and make sure that you take all your meds and be healthy so that you can live a long time. But what they don't tell you is that, like, the number of falls that kills people, or the number of falls that take someone from a normal geriatric individual, you know, and then they fall and they break their hip, and then they go to rehab, and then they never really recover, and they just decline. Right? Like the rate of people who fall and then pass away in the next year is just astronomical for something that can largely be avoided with regular physical therapy and you know, exercise. So, but he didn't fall and then have some long, slow spiral downward. Did he hit his head? I don't think he was, like, he was what, 60s, 70s? He wasn't that old. That is unfortunate. It's like one of the things I have often considered is getting those lifts for stairs, because I got 2 flights of stairs in the house. Getting one of those installed fairly early on, so that when I get to the point where I'm old and decrepit and can't do stairs, I can just hop on the lift chair to get up and down. Oh, he didn't die from falling? What did he die from? I'm sorry, I thought I read your comment and thought you said that. Yeah. Sorry, I misread that. Still, falling's a killer, and it can lead to long, painful, slow declines in the elderly population. So keep all your elderly loved ones physically fit. Actually, my uncle just passed away recently, a couple of months ago. You've had 3 beers and you're dying over there? Well, don't fall. Break your hip. I'm still going to get those lifts installed for my stairs. That's the last way I want to go, is like falling down the stairs. My goal should be, however, you know, to not have to use the lifts and never fall anyway, you know? Oh, what am I doing? Excuse me. All right. Well, this was a lackluster production tonight as far as how much I've gotten done. Some nights we do real good. Wobble pops. That's a fun word. Like wombat. Suppose I should. Yeah. That works near perfectly. Okay. goes in easy. It fits in that little cradle there. Do I get a notification sound when we comment? Yeah, lately my phone has been buzzing for some reason, and I get a notification from the MailleWerX page. It never did that before last night's stream or the stream before. Proactively spending the funds to install stair lifts should get Murphy on your side to ensure you never have to use them. I'm sure he's written a lot to prove it out. That's funny. Yeah, probably. Or I'll just live down here in the basement and have people throw food down. Come on. There you go. And Peg strikes again. Yeah, she's on top of it tonight. Coming in hot with the heat. It puts the lotion on its skin. I'm hoping to not, you know, get into that scenario. TRL's out of black rings in the size you need for this cloak. Now fearing you may end up with mismatched rings. Ah, dude. Yeah, that sucks. I would cry too. 16,170 rings in total. You have no band-aid on your finger, so you can type again. Yay. Alright. Alright, so I've been picking up the neighbor kid from school. Because he and my son go to the same school. And his ride is out of town right now. So he's telling me he's getting a new desktop. And he's very excited. And he told me that he's pretty good at Call of Duty on a console, but he's used to a keyboard and mouse. And once he gets the keyboard and mouse, he's going to be really good at Call of Duty. It was hilarious to hear him talk about it today, about how good he was going to be when he can use his keyboard and mouse controller to kick everyone's ass. Like, I remember being that age. I probably talked the same way about whatever I was excited about. Yeah, I have no idea how to turn that vibration off either. The optimism of youth, if we could bottle that stuff, we'd all be insanely wealthy. Yup. Now would be a good time to have some bottled optimism for everyone. Speaking of bottled optimism, so there is a bill in the House to legalize marijuana federally. That's interesting. There is, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Do I expect it to pass this time? It gotta go to the Senate to get passed. And then companies like Mara and Tilray, those are Mary Jane companies. I think I might, if I get the opportunity, I might buy some stock if I think that's going to happen. If I have any money to throw around, it'll bottleneck it. Yeah, it probably will bottleneck in the Senate. Kevin wants their energy. That's funny. Money to be gained. Folks going to get stock soon if they do legalize it. Yeah. Well, that's what I think. I think once federally legalized, it can only go up. You know? So it's an interesting play. It's one of those buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situations. So I'll buy some if the bill goes to the Senate. I'll buy some, and then I'll watch to see if they bring it to the floor and how the vote goes. And then I'll probably sell it, like closing the day before they vote on it, and then buy it back if they if they vote no, or if they table it or something, I'll buy it back the next day. But that's one of those, I don't know if that's the only way to make money on it. That's the only thing I can think of. So you buy it and you sell it at closing because everyone's buying it, right? And they're gonna hold it and wait for the news. But you don't wait for the news because you bought the rumor, right? And then you sell it like the closing day before, the morning of, when they're gonna vote on it, right? Because you've made your gains because everybody's buying the stock. You sell it the morning of, and then wait for the results, and then wait for it to, I want to say spike. There's the word. Wait for it to spike and then come back down, and then buy back into it again and hold it for, I don't know, 10 years or something. I'm sure there's other plays you can make on it, but that's what I want. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think it's a long time coming. I think the way they've been doing it has been pretty atrocious as far as how much tax they put on it, who can buy and who can sell and whatever, yada yada yada, right? I think it should be a completely decriminalized, delisted thing, with no enforceable laws around it. Outside of, like, you can't drive stoned, and you can't, if you hurt someone while you're on it, But as far as using it, distributing it, I think it's largely garbage that it was ever made illegal in the first place. The guy that I never read this, but this is the story that I heard. The psychiatrist who helped make it illegal, right? In his witness testimony said that he smoked some and it turned him into a bat, right? It's like, with that kind of testimony, why wasn't this repealed sooner? Just, that's the problem with having ancient people in office, right? This should have been taken care of immediately. It was dumb for it ever to be in place in the first place. right? But no, my old people in office don't want to make any changes. Right. You've had your right knee replaced, and a portion of the physical therapy is for the technician to deep massage the muscles. They use a CBD oil during the visit. It is awesome stuff. Whoa, what was that shit laced with? The stuff that turned the psychiatrist into a bat? I don't know. I don't know. Imagine telling some people that, though. Right? Like, you're a medical professional of some kind. It's like, yeah, it turned me into a bat and I flew around the room. Definitely got to make it illegal. Right? Like, I'd say that, let me rephrase what I was going to say. I've watched a lot of medical professionals basically just disgrace their field with all the nonsense they've been pushing for the last 2.5 years. So I guess I could see someone disgracing themselves that way. Criminalizing weed was a war on poor minorities. The more of those people in jail, the better the country is for the favored few. Well, yeah, essentially. The issue you see with them not regulating is possible contamination of poor conditions, growing it, leading to medical issues of folks ingesting pesticides via inhaling it. Okay. I 100% understand where you're coming from. However, I'm going to point to major pharmaceutical companies that are allowed to get away with presenting the American public with 25% of the products on the market that eventually lead to severe side effect and death, right? Pharmaceutical companies get away with doing that, and you can't sue them. So, yeah, okay, marijuana growers may bring someone a bad product. I would say that it is not up to the government to regulate it. If you wanted to do something like United Laboratories, where the weed people go around and stamp their stamp of certification on a grower, right? I think that's much more reasonable and much less prone to rampant corruption the way our medical system currently works. More BBB, checks and balances, not large farm. If you want to sell to the public, it should be routinely tested. I think, routine tests, check your... You got to have a process by which you grow what you put on it and get that cleared by someone who knows what is good and what is bad, right? And just get a seal of approval. I think that the government is completely inadequate for regulating anything, but that in particular. All right. That's because they have their lobbyists writing the laws regulating the farm industry? Yes. The heads of the CDC, the FDA, and lobbyists and senators and House representatives, right? All those people are on a revolving door of going from one job to the next. It is all crooked and it is all corrupt. And that is a big part of why I don't work there in that field anymore. I don't work in any field anymore. Maybe I should go work in a marijuana field. Cheech can build a process for regulation. I mean, I get, and one of the things too with drugs, because like if you are in a market and you're selling weed and you lace your drugs, right? People are going to know, and people are going to find out, and people aren't going to buy from you. So that's what happens nowadays in the consumer world. In the dark ages, we hated the nobility. Today, we call them politicians. A lot of them. I mean, there's definitely some similar themes. All right, screw that. Where are we at here? We're out of time. All right. I don't believe in the criminalization of drug use. Having them distributed by a pharmacy for those who want to engage, and having a space for them to do that, fine, right? I don't want them around me, and I won't be attending those places, but I think people use, like your harder drugs, people use them because of trauma for the most part. I don't subscribe to the idea that people who are victims of trauma and abuse who turn to drugs need to be punished further. So I don't know. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. Things will change. Did I open those? No, I don't think so. Alright, I don't know if these are the right size or not. I'm gonna eyeball this. These are not the same. Okay. Alright. Now I think Oregon did a lot of decriminalizing, but Oregon's Oregon, and the state is functionally inept in a lot of ways, and so I think they're really having a hard time with whatever it is that they did. I don't remember if they legalized it, like hardcore drugs like heroin and crack and whatever else. I think I'd have to look into it some more. Anyway, all right, we can talk more about drug legalization later if you guys want. I have to run. All right. So I will see you all tomorrow night. Be sure to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs. And if you need me in the meantime, you know where to find me. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good night. Bye.